I love Metalhead. I am, well, not exactly a metalhead. I like punk music more, but Iron Man is cool. I love the Black Mirror episode, Metalhead. And we're going to go over why. Charlie Brooker wrote this episode, but it doesn't feature that much dialogue. The reason this episode is so great is the director. David Slade absolutely kills it on this episode. He started off directing music videos for Stone Temple Pilots, Fatboy Slim, POD, and a bunch for Muse, System of a Down, AFI, so some cool bands. But then he got into movies with Hard Candy, 30 Days a Night, where Josh Hartnett fights vampires. His biggest one would be Twilight Eclipse, the new saga, the third Twilight movie. And after doing Twilight, he's done a few series like Breaking Bad and the Black Mirror Bandersnatch movie, which they took off Netflix, so I can't review it. But this is by far the best director we've had so far. Not because his repertoire is better than so many other people's. His biggest movie would be, of course, the Twilight Saga Eclipse, and I got pretty average reviews when it came out, but of course it was the third installment of the Stephenie Meyer's Twilight Saga. But as you can see here, this episode is filmed in black and white, action all the way through. It's a post-apocalyptic world where these AI robots known as dogs hunt people down and kill them. There's very little dialogue, which is why I'm giving more credit to the director than the writer, because I could have totally seen this falling apart in the hands of someone more inept. The visual style is what makes it so great, even though lowest rated episode of the series, getting a 6.6 on IMDb. And I think I know why. Because Black Mirror focuses so much on story, dialogue, characters, when you strip all that away, you just have a long 40-minute chase scene. People that like the more cerebral episodes are going to feel like this is brain dead. But I think it's so beautiful, intense, and actually scary. Charlie Brooker wrote an episode earlier, Playtest, that was about a guy in a survival horror game that should have been scary. It wasn't scary at all. This one is scary. These monsters are absolutely terrifying, and yet they have weaknesses that give the characters a chance to escape from them. You don't want these things to be too powerful. And really, if you like the last 30 minutes of the movie Predator with Arnold Schwarzenegger by himself facing the Predator, this is what this episode is. There's only 3 characters, Bella, Clark, and Anthony. And Clark and Anthony get knocked off pretty quickly, so it's just Bella being chased by these dogs. They go into a warehouse in this post-apocalyptic world. You get no backstory on who these people are or how this world came to be. You just have to figure it out on your own. Seems like AI took over, started killing the humans. So they go to this warehouse and are going to a shelf to get this box. And once Anthony takes the box off the shelf, we think they're getting supplies. We learn at the end that they're actually getting teddy bears to send back to kids at their home base. And he immediately gets killed. We see this monster, and it's really brilliant in its simplicity. It walks like a dog, it has 4 legs, but also looks very nondescript and mechanical. They didn't give this thing an angry face or a snarl or teeth, which once again is leading me to believe these were at one time normal AI robots that did menial tasks that didn't turn bad. Another possibility is these were trained for the military to carry out certain missions, since each dog has a gun on his right arm, but he doesn't seem to have any other weapons. Whenever they see a person, they immediately shoot out these metal tracking devices that stick to the person's face, legs, skin. They give you a little bit of a chance to escape, and then they chase you down. So is this an old military technology? Were these robots that helped around a warehouse that somehow became aware and sentient? By not telling us exactly why, you get to speculate, and I think the design is brilliant. It's not necessary for them to have crazy claws. And because they're limited to just a gun and a sonar tracking system, you can absolutely beat these things. They kill the first 2 characters quickly, Clark and Anthony. Bella's the only one left. She is a smart girl. She's played by Maxine Peake, who was Elaine Mason in The Theory of Everything. She's definitely a woman that's on the tougher side. She's not a helpless damsel. It's more along the lines of Charlize Theron in the Mad Max Fury Road movie. We see that this dog can hack into computers, and also, well, it can drive a car. He just holds out his paw, a drill comes out, he hacks into the car, and he's driving it. But I like the fact that they don't give them too many abilities. They can hack, they have 1 gun, which he loses very early on, after this dog, who aren't known for driving cars very well, drives a car off a cliff and loses his little gun paw. So now he has no gun left, but he's still going to track down Bella. These dogs are obviously designed by CGI, but they fit in very well. Everything's in black and white, and they're not super complicated. So the fact that they don't use complete animatronics is absolutely fine. Also, because it's in black and white, David Slade will constantly do this thing where he races the camera up so you're getting a bird's eye view of the abandoned warehouse and the surrounding forest. And he'll just linger there for a few seconds, and you see right in the distance this dog running towards her. And it makes you really pay attention and squint at the screen. Is she able to escape from this dog? Is it hot on her trail? She's able to get the tracking device out of her face. She throws it into a plastic bottle and down a creek to throw the dog off her scent. And there's a part I don't exactly understand where she climbs up into a tree. The dog has tracked her down after finding this tracking device in the creek, but it can't climb a tree. Once again, they're limiting the villain so he's not all powerful. But then he decides to just stay underneath the tree. You think, oh, she's screwed. She's an actual person. She can't stay up in this tree forever. She's going to accidentally fall out if she sleeps. She's eventually going to need food and water. So obviously this dog has her defeated. But it seems like it has some type of battery recharge where it can go to sleep and recharge its battery, but it can't do this forever. So she keeps waking the dog up, trying to make his battery run out, and she's actually able to efficiently do that and escape. And the dog just sits there, and we see the recharging of the battery happen. Once again, it's a bit open for interpretation, but that seems to be what it was saying. And as I mentioned before, there's great sound effects. The dog clanks along, but it doesn't make any sound or screeches, and Bella does a minimal amount of talking to herself. So this is a pure chase scene. He's chasing her in the warehouse, the dog then chases her in the forest. Then we get to the best part where Bella comes upon this compound of a family that she's not sure is alive or not until she goes up to the bedroom and finds out that, yeah, other dogs have killed this family. We're not sure how many are in this post-apocalyptic world. It doesn't seem like a ton since she's running through the woods and she doesn't run into any other ones. But at the end, we do see other ones congregate around people that have died and then try to track down the surviving members of this group. So certainly enough to wipe out the vast majority of the population, but she's not running into these things every second. She can run through the woods for days and never come across another one. It also seems like they enjoy chasing the person. They'll sometimes give them a chance to escape just so they can track them down. Making me also think this is some type of military technology that has gone awry. It's a nice change of scenery too. We were in a warehouse, which is kind of boring. Then the woods, okay. Very easy and cost effective to shoot there. But now we have a nice, rich compound. The family's been killed, but she has this place all to herself. It has a large gate. It has a car. It has modern fixtures in it so she can clean up a little bit. But as you would guess, this dog has the ability to hack into this compound. Just like he was able to with the car, he's able to break into this compound and start chasing her again. It doesn't seem like it can smell. It can't see very well. She's actually able to blind it with some paint as it's chasing her around the house. And the dog's gun is gone. So he replaces it with a knife. That's right, he puts his paw to a knife, and now, Bruce Campbell style, he has one hand that effectively works as a chainsaw. I'm going to give this episode a 9 out of 10. I've watched it 3 times. It was actually the first Black Mirror episode I ever saw. I watched a few episodes when this season came out on Netflix in 2018 or so. This specific episode aired December 29, 2017, but I saw it around January of 2018. And I loved it. And then I watched the next episode, Black Museum, in 2018, and I was disappointed. Because not every episode is going to be like this. This is a love it or hate it episode. I don't know why people hate it. I think it's just maybe not smart enough. Comes across as dumbed down action flick, but it's so well done. And it does seem at the end, while she's able to kill this dog with a shotgun that she found after she blinded it with paint, that it once again shot trackers into her, and she's got to take these trackers out. And some are, let's just say, at some very unfortunate spots. That makes me think, I don't think she's going to last very long. And it ends with a bunch of other dogs descending upon the previous areas that they traversed. The warehouse, the compound, and the woods. This episode's only 41 minutes long. It does feel longer because there's so much dead air. So it really does feel like a full-fledged movie. And I would happily spend another 30 minutes in this world. But considering It's the lowest rated episode of the season. I don't think they're going to be revisiting this place. Charlie Brooker seems to be impressed by David Slade's directing because he let him direct Bandersnatch, the Black Mirror movie.